So I'm going to walk you through as if we were trying to figure out y equals sine of x and how we're going to use this table and this triangle stuff to figure that out. We know we have a slider that goes up in multiples of pi over 6. We know that when we create a specific triangle in the unit circle, that vertical component, the y value, is going to also be the sine of the corresponding angle. So right now I can say, for instance, the sine of this angle, well, let's go to this one. This one which would be pi over 6. I know I'm at pi over 6 because if I look at my worksheet, that first little dot is pi over 6. So pi over 6 would be the value of this vertical component, because that would be the opposite side over the hypotenuse. So it's this guy's y value, so it's 0.5. So next to pi over 6, I'm going to put 0.5. And just leave it be. While I'm at it, I might as well go back to 0. If I was at 0, whoops, then the sine is that guy's y value. So if the angle measurement is 0, in other words, I'm plugging in 0 for x, then the y value is 0. If I wanted to know pi over 3, that'd be 2 over. Why does this keep dragging that down? That's frustrating to me. So now I'm at this value. That's what pi over 3 is. Check on your calculator if you don't believe me. We're looking at the sine function right now, so that means I'm looking at this guy's vertical component. So it's 0.866. So I'll click into here, and I'll type in 0.866. Now I'm going to continue around the circle and continue to drag that vertical component and put it in here next to the corresponding angle. You can see as I plop in these y values, we're starting to plot actual points. So I want you to go from 0 all the way to 2 pi, figure out all these various values, using these triangles to remind yourself why it's sine, because we're using the opposite side, and see what happens. And then in the second part of the worksheet, we switch it. We go from, instead of 0 to 2 pi, I want you to go from 0 to negative 2 pi. There's a video that explains how to do that, and you'll fill the table in a similar way. And then you'll do the whole thing again for cosine, but instead of using, if it's cosine, it'll be the same setup. You can just click refresh on the page, start the whole thing all over again, but we're going to be looking at cosine's adjacent over hypotenuse. So as we go in and fill these different values in the table, we won't be using the vertical component. We don't want the opposite side for cosine. We want the adjacent side, which is going to be the horizontal component, or this x value. So give that a try. You should get two graphs that look pretty similar, but not exactly the same. And we'll talk about these when we meet again on Friday. It's going to be freaking epic. I'm actually really excited about it. I spent all morning making this. I hope you guys, if this is frustrating to you, keep at it. Just try. Don't overthink it. The main idea is we're going to use these x values to find the appropriate y value to get a graph of what's happening. Oh, I just realized something I've got to change. And I'll change it.